Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods.
It's an exciting one, Martin.
So exciting.
It's one of the most unrequested videos we've ever had. But you know what? That's why we bought Derek. Some people have been saying, why have you been doing these crappy mods? These aren't crappy mods, these are legit.
Solving mysteries of the universe.
Yes. So today the science is real, people. Unlike some things, we're going to be installing some incredible performance and fuel enhancing mods such as this. Have you ever seen this before? Do you know what that is? You're about to find out, my friend. Stick with us, it's going to be amazing.
Or perhaps something like this, which affects the aerodynamics. It's so scientific.
We're doing aero, we got like turbo valve performance, and all of these things, of course, you'll be able to apply to your car and, of course, your life to make the world a better place. Martin, let's run through with the people exactly how this system is going to work.
So to make this test as scientifically accurate as possible, we've actually made our own external fuel system. Now, sometimes when you're doing economy tests, the thing is you put the fuel pump in, you do it until it clicks, and then you run the tank down and wait till the car runs out of fuel, but that isn't accurate to the kind of accuracy that we'd like to see. So what we've done is we've made our own external fuel system with a fuel tank that's got marked gradients there, and we're going to fill it up about halfway with fuel, and then we can see the difference of how far this goes down. Now, we've done this using the external fuel pump off a VL Commodore, which is pretty exciting, and then we've also got the fuel line running from the pump out the roof of the car for why I don't really know, but it looks cool, and it goes all the way out the front back into the fuel rail at the front of the car, and we're also picking up the return fuel. So we're measuring, we've got a set amount of fuel, it's using some of it and it's putting the rest back in here, and after we've done some of the tests we will see a difference on here, and that'll tell us exactly how much fuel we're using. All right, so we pull the fuel line out of that. It's at a set height, so it's always grabbing from the same part of the bottle, and there's going to be some residual fuel in the lines, which is why we're measuring difference, because the residual amount should be the same. We're going to fill this little fuel tank here, which is a thinner's bottle, so it's fuel proof. And we're going to fill it up halfway to 500 mils. We've measured that all out. We've got to get it exact. Hold there. We good?
That is spot on. That's perfect. This is science, mate.
Science.
Science.
Martin, let the testing begin, mate.
Let's do it. I'm glad we have an empty track to do this highly scientific test. The car works.
So I'm going to drive it the same way every single time, Martin.
So hitting second gear through here and then accelerating, right?
Well, the test can start now, so I'm just going to accelerate slowly. Third gear when I get to those lights.
Yep.
Fourth gear when I get to the next light. And now cruising at 50 kilometers an hour.
That doesn't seem to use much fuel.
At the second last light, I go into third gear, Martin.
Yep.
I go wide. There's no accelerator on. Going around.
How many Ks have we done?
200 meters. And now I go into, actually I stay in third gear now, the whole way back at 40 Ks an hour.
The good news is the fuel system is working. The bad news is I don't think we're going to use much fuel going this fast.
Really?
No. I'm still having fun though.
That could be the warm-up lap.
That's the warm-up lap.
And now I could just punch it.
I reckon up the dragway we punch it a bit harder. It doesn't have to be crazy fast, but it needs to be a bit more load, I reckon.
At this sign, no brakes, and where it says second, we go down into second.
Yep.
Onto the drag strip. I'll punch it now.
Yep, cool. That's
that
going to use
light.
more fuel.
Now hold it until that light. Now hold bit until that light. That's fourth, sorry.
Nice.
Now we're at 80 Ks an hour. And when I get to this next light, down to third and around the corner. And we just do this every single time, the same thing, mate. So we're doing 80 Ks over there, Marty.
Yep.
And we're doing 50 Ks on the return.
Yep.
Because this is the drag strip return road and that's kind of their rules. How's our fuel going, mate?
Well, we won't really be able to tell perfectly until we stop, because any of the residual fuel in our above roof fuel line, for the science behind that I don't know. But when
system.
that comes back into the bottle, it'll always be the same sort of total. Well,
Okay.
it should be. But at the moment, it's gone down from 500 to like 125 mils, which means there's like 300 and something mils of just fuel line.
Okay.
But I reckon we've just done over 2Ks, so we should just try and do, I reckon, 5Ks maybe?
Okay. I am driving as perfectly humanly possible as it is to do the same thing every single time. I'm basically the Terminator of the Corolla world. Back into third. It's pretty funny, last time we were here, Marty, you were going over 200 kilometers an hour down that road. Now we're going 50 Ks an hour.
So we are using fuel because the hose at the bottom of the fuel tank, you can see it's starting to pump air. Yeah, I reckon that you're probably only going to get one more lap in it. I can hear it starting to suck a bit of air.
Really?
Yeah, because it's sucking right at the bottom of this thing. So yeah, man, I reckon you might get another lap out of it. We don't want to run the fuel pump dry, so you may get another lap or it may die on the way around.
Are we just going to keep going till it dies?
I reckon we go until it starts actually affecting it. If we run the pump dry for too long, it might stop working.
Okay.
So I reckon there's one more lap in it, and that'll take us roughly 5Ks, which is a good measuring distance.
We're down into second, around the corner.
Luckily the left-hand turns help with the pickup.
Punch it to the first pole. Into third for the next pole. Into fourth for the next pole.
Yeah. We're at the bottom of the...
And now at 80.
We're at the bottom of the tank, so we pull up at the end of this run.
Now off at that one. Third into that. We've done 4.5 Ks, mate.
Perfect.
And we haven't needed to use the brakes at
yeah.
all the whole time.
Our tank's out, man. We're sucking bubbles and fumes now. So when we pull over, whatever returns back in after maybe a minute of it sitting there,
Yep.
that's our total from 500 mils.
We could just keep going till it dies, Marty.
Because the
Just
pump will
get
die.
crazy on it.
The pump will die and then we can't do any more tests.
Oh.
5Ks. We can do that again, but I want
Do you want me to do 5Ks or do you want me to stop now? We've done 4.6.
It'll be the same if we do that many laps next time.
I'm stopping right at this sign and we're exactly 4.7 Ks, exactly.
Cool.
And turn him off?
Yep. Now we watch how much comes back in. Yeah, it'll take about a minute, I reckon.
Great, all right. So we've got some incredible modifications to do today that we have purchased off the internet. I'd like to start, Martin, with probably the most exciting.
Sure.
That's this device here. This device was $9. And it has a list of benefits that will blow your wormhole into another galaxy.
Yeah, hit me.
I'm going to hit you up, Martin. So this here, all you do is you plug it into your cigarette lighter adapter, which according to this says it's the first choice for ladies drivers. Which I think is a bit sexist, but I think they're just saying it's a simple install.
Right.
But this is what it does, Martin. It'll let you save on gas just by plugging it in. You'll start saving gas consumption by up to 30% immediately. Immediately. But this is what else it'll do,
30%.
Martin. Yeah. Faster throttle response, reduced CPU's noise signal, smoother gear shift on automatic cars. You'll prolong your engine life, Martin. It's universal. It'll reduce the noise with the built-in noise filter and improve your sound system performance, all for $9.
And you can just plug it in.
And you just plug it in. It's equipped with all sorts of different things. You'll get faster RPM response and powerful acceleration.
What else have you got?
For maximum load. So there, I mean, that in itself, Martin, we're going to be seeing some maximum benefits. What have you got, Martin?
So,
and by the way, we're not just installing one of these, we're installing all of them.
all of them at once.
What have you got there, Martin?
So this is my favourite one. This is a magnetic fuel saver. So it's a
What does that
power
do,
mag, and it's a magnet that you clamp over fuel lines. I'll tell you some of the benefits. You can save fuel, save money, more miles per gallon. You can save 10 to 22% of fuel.
Wow,
So
so
what
we're
are we
almost up to 50%.
50% reduction in carbon monoxide and hydrocarbons. It helps pass emission testing, high octane performance with lower octane fuel. This will increase the octane of your fuel just by attaching it to a fuel line. So you put it over the fuel line and your cable tied on. And that's interesting because we just made all new fuel lines.
We did.
So I wonder if this will work even though it's not a factory manufactured part.
Martin, this is incredible.
I know.
Martin, I'd like to follow up with something that we bought in Japan. It instantly makes a spoiler, Martin.
Oh,
See?
yes.
Free multi-spoiler.
That's
You
incredible.
literally cut it and then enjoy the aero.
We should put it along the front as well. Fuel saving, I bet ya.
This is the multi-spoiler. So this here is basically just a rubber spoiler, and you glue this onto certain parts of your car so that when you're driving along you get better aero. It's basically an aero kit,
Aerodynamic
but made
modification.
for performance. It's got double-sided tape already on it, so you literally just cut it to size. You put it along, Martin, the bottom of your windscreen, and we're going to make a spoiler on the back of the car as well, which is going to give us better economy and performance.
Now, Mitsubishi make pretty crazy Evos, and on a particular kind of Evo, I think it was an Evo 9, they came out with these little vortex generators along the top because it means the air isn't as messy along the back of the back window. So we're going to put these on our car because apparently these also help with aerodynamics, and that also saves you fuel.
Martin, let's hit the big guns, mate. Over here, we've got the HKS power valve. Let me have a look at that, Martin. Let me run you through some of the benefits of this.
Oh, wow.
That's an air intake charger compressor. Apparently, once we install this, we're going to get better RPMs and economy and performance, Martin.
This is a bleed valve, it just bleeds air off.
And there's a whole kit here, Martin. It also comes with one vortex generator. I don't know where that goes. And of course, the installation instructions of how to install it. So there you go, Martin. I'm most excited about that. That's amazing.
So it seems we've got three
and I'm
different
sure
types.
it's genuine.
So we have stuff that affects the electrical system. We've got stuff that affects engine vacuum. We've got magnetic fuel saving, aerodynamics with your rubber thing and with this. And this is another electric one. This is a voltage
Is that the super raisin?
lowering of battery performance voltage stabilizer, which
Apparently, Martin's meant to give us better economy.
So it adds a few earthing points. Now, oh wow, they just totally missed the crimping on, wow, okay. Anyway, so this will apparently also improve our electrical system, which will also save us fuel.
It's JDM though, look at that. JDM for reals. Speaking of which, Martin, I've got this here is an HKS voltage booster. Now it says made in Japan, but I'm not sure, Martin. I don't know.
You don't reckon?
Well, I don't know. It says full efficient.
Oh,
There's only
the
two
spelling's
fulls
not
here,
right.
that's you and me. It's easy to install. It's got Brewster performance, and it's suitable for every type of petrol engine ear. Suitable for all these. Let me show you what's in here, Martin, so you can try and work out what this does. Look at that.
It goes in a fuse hole.
You just plug that in and say hello to performance. This was just a couple of dollars. Martin, I've realised you plug that in where the fuse goes.
This reckons it guards against theft.
Yeah, and most importantly, the number one thing, it's full efficient. So we're going to get better efficiency with that. What else have you got, mate?
Suitable for every type of petrol or engine ear.
Yes.
Last but not least, we have this box that is completely
Unbranded.
unbranded, and it's got a cast metal like compressor wheel in it.
That's the vortex generator.
Is this a vortex generator?
I think so.
Intake vortex generator.
I think what that does is it cleans up the charge of air before it
because
atomizes.
the air is messy. when
The
it gets
air is
sucked
messy,
in.
and that will clean it up, giving you better performance and economy.
So, I mean, hopefully this fits our car. I don't even know if it's going to fit, but I'm going to try.
We're going to make it fit. So there it is, some quality modifications from eBay. And now we'll go and install all of this stuff, and then we'll do another run, and we'll find out if all of this stuff, total cost $30 or $40, is actually going to increase your power and performance as suggested on the packet. Well, let's do this.
Can I ask a burning question?
Yeah.
Why do you think, if this stuff's so good, why do you think it is that Toyota didn't put this on Corollas?
Maybe there's like a bit of conspiracy that they own the aftermarket industry, Martin.
Oh, okay.
And they no one would buy this if it was already on a car, would they?
I don't know.
Look at the aero though, Martin. Look at
It looks
that.
good. It looks really good.
That's and a quality install as well, man. Like we cleaned it properly and everything.
Even on both ends. I'm excited about this one. This one I'm really excited about, and they give you two of them. So I reckon we put one near the engine rail, like near the fuel rail on the engine.
Like we'll just here.
Yeah, and then one up the back near our pump.
And this one is better performance and fuel economy, is it?
Yeah, so it magnetically atomizes something, and it turns 91 octane fuel into 98 octane fuel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder what it does to ethanol.
Pretty incredible.
I'm going to put this one in. I mean, this is our 30% increase in economy, and all I have to do is just plug it in.
I'm going to put the Evo generators on the back of the car.
I read somewhere once, I don't know how accurate it is, but if a thing exists, it means that people want it. Because these didn't get made in Australia, did they? Like, these have been made somewhere, put on a ship or freighted over here, and then we bought it. He's on, man. That's a quality install there. Look at that. Just screams performance. So you reckon this just goes in the fuse box?
Which one do you want to put it on? The ECU? Engine main?
Engine main, Martin.
Or should we put it on the horn?
No, it should go on the engine main fuse.
Engine main it is. Nothing will go wrong with that. All right, she's in. What's great about all this is you can quite literally, as we are doing, do it on the side of the road.
Yeah.
With 5 or 6 tools.
There's only 2 of us. Is that going on this side as well?
Yeah.
Does it go? It goes on both ends of the battery.
It does. There we go, we've got our voltage reading. It's working. Is that it? Is that all our mods?
That's it, man. The mods are done. We're ready for another run.
Cool.
All our performance/economy mods, because they go hand in hand, have now been installed on Derek, and it's time to start it up and now set up our compression valve performance feature. If it starts. Yeah.
It whistles. It makes whistling noises because it's just a giant vacuum leak.
That's awesome.
That's ridiculous. I've set it to 5, okay? Whatever 5 means I don't know, but it's vacuum leaking, which will apparently improve our performance.
Okay, Martin, let's do this, mate.
Let's go. Fuel economy test with all our stuff.
Now, last time we did this, we just did a little warm-up round first in 2nd gear, so we're going to drive exactly the same way with all of our awesome mods on. We just went up to 3rd gear at that pole. All right, this is just our little warm-up round, Marty, at 50 k's an hour.
This petrol just running straight past my head. I'm just going to move. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, there it is.
You got the fire extinguisher there, mate?
I do. Fuel's going down, man. It's using petrol.
That's good, because we're moving, Martin, and we're in a car. All right, Martin.
All right, for these couple of laps, we have to get into it. Use some fuel.
That's right.
Exactly the same as before, though, right?
Exactly the same as before. Until we get to 4.7 Ks, then we'll see how much returns into it and see whether all of these incredible products are products that have been overlooked by the big manufacturers, Martin. All right, when we get to the 20 sign, it's down at a 2nd. No brakes. Around the corner. And now, Martin, let's see if we can feel a difference in performance with all of our performance items. Are you ready? So we accelerate. That's up to 80 in 4th. Slowing down. Into 3rd at this pole. Around the corner again, Martin, and then 50 all the way back.
How many Ks we done? 1.
We've done 1K, mate.
All right.
We hold 50 kilometres an hour in 3rd gear the whole way down here.
Our fuel is half gone.
Is it?
I don't know if that's a good sign, because we've done 1K and our fuel's half gone.
Can you pass me a kebab flavoured chip, please,
Oh,
mate?
dude, kebab flavoured chips are the best.
Ah,
Good, eh?
that's pretty good, man.
Actually
another
tastes
one?
like a Saturday night.
Alright,
Oh, come on, man.
now in 2nd gear,
That. I think one of our economy things just fell off.
round the corner,
Actually, I think it was a GoPro.
then we're going to punch it. Now GoPro fall off, we've still got one, man, we're good. Punch it in 2nd gear. At the pole we hit 3rd.
Yeah, she's drinking.
At the
Drink that
pole we
fuel,
hit
Derek.
4th.
Oh, dude, that uses so much petrol. It's just gone.
Very close to this warm up.
Oh, shit. It isn't drifting, man.
Alright, round the corner in 3rd.
Yeah, we're down to a quarter. No, it's more like half.
We've done 2 kilometres, man.
And used half our fuel.
Marty, let's have a quick chat again about why is it if these products work, thank you, how do they work, Why aren't the manufacturers using them? Do you think they would void warranty because of their performance output?
Well, see, that's a good point, isn't it? Because if you plug this thing in and it's 20 or 30% faster and more performance, that means you wear through all the warranty parts.
Yep.
Like your engine gets worn 30% faster, right?
That's right.
Surely that's the way it works. Oh, now it's drinking.
Trying to do this exactly the same every single time, Martin.
We're low again. We're getting low. We might only make one more lap.
We've done 4 kilometres now, Martin. So when I get to 4.7, I'm going to have to stop, mate. I'm going to have to measure the difference, unless you just want to keep going. See what it's got in it.
It's starting to suck air. How many Ks are we up to?
4.3.
Dude, you're going to have to stop at 4.7. I don't think it's going to make it any further.
Really?
But if it does make it further, that proves that the mods work, right?
4.6. That's 4.7, mate.
All right, shut her off. We'll see how much fuel we're left with.
That ship's all over me, man. Delicious. Is it possible that some of this stuff might actually work?
I think it's possible it's going to make absolutely no difference, or it's probably going to use slightly more fuel because we put a restriction in the intake, a vacuum leak. What else did we do?
We plugged a bunch of random crap into the battery.
See, the aero stuff...
Got this thing plugged into that. Like, that's...
Like the aero stuff might do something. There's like F1 teams. Look at what F1 teams do. They do aero stuff and it makes their car faster and stick better and use less fuel, whatever.
But it doesn't cost $3 with like some double-sided tape on the other side of it.
This thing has the aerodynamics of a house brick.
Yep.
It's a brick. But all that vacuum leaky stuff, no, that's a load of turd. That's just absolute turd. But we'll have to check our results.
Has it returned back, Martin?
It has returned back.
There's another one on the floor!
Oh, yuck.
It's used way more fuel, man.
Has it?
Yeah.
How much was left last time?
Last time, I think it was down here at the bottom of this label.
Yeah.
We'll have to check the footage. We'll like check the cameras and see. Last time it was here. Now it's like below. It looks like it's used an extra 100 mils, approximately.
That would make sense.
So it would seem from our rough and extremely scientific assessments that we've actually got worse economy. I was expecting to get around a 110% efficiency. So that is using no fuel and getting a rebate from the fuel companies. But that's not how it went down, Marty.
Well, I think if you start messing with basics like messing with vacuum, which the ECU is reading to try and work out how much fuel to use, and then you start messing with like electrical stuff, which you're just loading down the system and then you make it use more fuel. Aerodynamics, I think, is about the only place you might find some improvements, but it's not going to be with something you stick on your car.
No. So, I mean, I think we can say that, like, this stuff's a lot of fun, but I think when people are making claims, and the claims have been made that you'll get up to 30% increase in economy, that's absolute bullshit, mate. Like, it really is. From what we've seen here today, legal disclaimer, it appears that that is not in line with the facts.
So do your research, try it out. If it works for you, happy days. I'm not putting any of them on my car.
No, me neither. I'd rather turbocharge something and do some skids, or basically lie face down completely naked on a cactus, because I would have more fun. There it is. Of course, keep your eyeballs on the Faceballs, faceballs.com/mightycarmods. Thank you to the person who wrote that in and asked for us to waste our time doing that. It was entertaining. And if you have some silly stuff that you want to see Derek go through, let us know. And if we see some things getting a lot of attention that you guys are asking for, we will put Derek through his paces. It's why we obtained him. It's what he's for. He's there to take the brunt, isn't he, Muddy?
He really is.
He's there to do the stuff that we wouldn't actually want to do to anything we cared about.
No one wanted him. We want him.
So if you want to see Derek go through some pain, share it with us and we'll do it for you. See you next time, everyone. I'm going to go eat a meatball.
I feel like some, that cactus nectar stuff you can get.
I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I've heard about
it would taste different after you lay down face down on it?
No, it depends what hole you were drinking it through, mate.